if you live here enough time, you will feel it and you will become Israeli.
That when you leave the country, like a lot of times you're gonna know that people are not gonna like you just because of where you're from. What is it like for you to be an Israeli living in a faraway place?
It's a hard question.
Hey man,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. It's a nice early morning here in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, the weather is pretty nice. It's not cold at all, actually.
We're wearing flip-flops and sandals for the first
Yeah,
time.
no-
We came from being on a tropical island where I was literally barefoot for the last 4 months. I didn't wear shoes to wearing shoes and pants every day. It's a big change. We wanted to make a quick sit-down video because I know a lot of you guys have been enjoying this about what it's actually like to be an Israeli, especially Israelis who live abroad, and explain a little bit about what it's like to have this connection with this place and with these people that live here, and what it actually feels like during this time after October 7th. I think maybe the best place to start to ask you, because you maybe have more Israeli credibility than me.
I'm sure. Why maybe?
What is it like for you to be an Israeli living abroad, like living in a faraway place?
It's a hard question because not everywhere in the world or everyone in the world accept you because you are Israeli. There is a lot of hate against us, and you feel it because especially after October 7 actually, that people that don't know what's really going on just don't like you because you are Israeli and they think you kill all of them.
Kill babies.
That it's not true. It's a little hard to be Israeli outside because nobody really understand the aggressive way of Israel. You know, because it's not aggressive in a bad way. Just how we talk with the hands and how we pronounce ourselves, usually it's more aggressive and not nice to everyone. Okay, we not say too much thank you and please and stuff like this. We just talk directly. And for people that not used to it, it's really hard to accept, you know? This is something that I really feel outside.
Yeah, it's there's actually a word for it that a lot of people who are watching here. Wow, thank you
Thank you, guys.
for contributing to the video. There's actually a word for it that a lot of people in the West use, especially in America, and that word is chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
We use it as chutzpah, which means to be rude. But there is a certain element of being
It's kind of a sassy, no?
sassy or rude. I feel like a lot of times we don't share the manners that a lot of people do in the West. Just like Philip was saying please and thank you, and there's sort of this feeling of expectation that maybe Israelis put out towards other people around the world. But it's actually not like that. It's a contextual behavior, the same way that if you were to go to Japan, you would see everybody as very shy or maybe not so talkative, but in reality it's because there's a cultural barrier. And I do feel like what Philip said, because of this sort of hate that is exhibited to Israelis for literally the last 75 years since the creation of this country, there's a reputation that we tell each other that when you leave the country, like a lot of times you're gonna know that people are not gonna like you just because of where you're from.
Actually, before, long time ago, you even was afraid to wear something in Hebrew, or like you usually hide yourself. You don't talk Hebrew outside too much. Today I don't feel it like this, but I remember the first time I fly outside from Israel when I was young, my parents tell me, keep it quiet. Don't be so proud of it that you are Israeli.
Exactly what you were talking about, by the way. When I was 13 in my bar mitzvah, I was gifted a pendant, a necklace with a Jewish star on it, the Star of David. And I wore it till I was 18.
Which star?
The Star of Dawood.
Which David? David of us?
David Shelam.
Kapara.
But when I flew to Africa for the first time, and my first trip ever when I was 17, if you guys look at my first couple videos, I had the necklace, but I used to hide it under my shirt. I took the necklace off and I never put it back on again because that's a reality. You don't want people to know that you're from here a lot of times. It depends on where you are.
I think today it's less.
Today,
I don't hide
specifically
it.
today, it's probably more than ever.
Still, I never hide it. I don't hide it at all. I think everyone can hear on my
Your accent.
this one. That
Well,
I'm-
it's funny. Yesterday we were making a video about Israel or Tel Aviv versus Jerusalem, and we went to some Palestinian areas in East Jerusalem, and I feel like I was speaking in English.
Quiet.
I was speaking English in a perfect American accent, and Philip was speaking in a very Israeli accent. But the Palestinian people did not know. They were kind of confused because we walked in very nice and I'm promoting their place and filming a video. Typically not what an Israeli would be doing right now in this time of war. And I felt like the guy in the Masakin place was very confused. It was like,
Luckily that I don't look like Israeli. So
yeah, you could pass for something else.
Yeah.
But that's also funny because looking like an Israeli, I feel like that's something that only Israelis can tell. You know?
Yeah, because you don't have a specific look. Everyone here, it's a big mix.
Yeah.
Like we talk about the food. So same about the look. Nobody look like. Everyone look different, like me and you.
Look completely different. A lot of people mistake me here for either Temani, Iraqi, or Indian. Those are the three things that I usually get. And for you, I don't know, people don't throw a specific ethnicity at you.
No, maybe Spanish or something like this, but
Yeah.
not. Nobody really think that I'm Israeli. But in Israel, they will recognize me.
They know that you're an Israeli
But
here.
outside, it's more hard.
And
like
that's-
if you don't wear this kind of shoes.
These sandals right here are the way to tell in Israel. I don't know if I should share this information. Maybe there's people who don't like Israelis who want to do some damage. But yeah, if you have these sandals on, it's literally that's like that. When I check if somebody's Israeli, I usually look at their face. I can tell their beard or their facial features if they're a woman, and I look down straight at the sandals.
So this is how you see if it's a man or a woman with a beard?
With the sandals.
Not with the beard?
No, beard,
I don't know. I saw a couple of women with a beard.
Yeah, we're a very open country here, Some women have beards here. But yeah, I actually want to show you guys something. If you mind holding this real quick.
I work for you?
You do. So this is something, I think I've probably shown this off in a live stream before. But maybe I've never done it in an actual video. This is something that I carry around with me just because I am Israeli. And you end up getting into discussions. So it's something I put in my wallet. You can come get a little closer.
Come to the closer?
You come to the closer.
Come to the closer.
So these right here, these are coins that I bought in Shuka Pishpishim in Yafo, in the flea market, from the old British Mandate of Palestine, which the old currency there was mils, M-I-L-S. And I carry this around for one specific reason. When I used to backpack around Europe...
from this necklace.
No, I don't want to celebrate the British Mandate of Palestine. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, you're right.
That was not colonization. When I was backpacking around Europe when I was younger, when I was between 18 to 21, I used to get so many Europeans, specifically Europeans, in hostels that would confront me about being from Israel, and they would tell me, "Oh, you occupying the land, you're stealing the land. You guys all came there in the 1948 and you stole all the Arab land." And so I decided I want to have a plan of action when I'm discussing with these people. I want to show them that what they're saying is objectively wrong, because a lot of people don't know the history of this place. And yes, you can feel free right now. You can put in the comments, "You're a Zionist propaganda." I'm all about it, baby. I love it. Hopefully, maybe at some point the Israeli government will compensate me for my propaganda. I would hope. This coin right here is from 1927. I don't know if you could see it so well on this camera because it doesn't focus that well. But there's 3 languages on this coin. One is English, and it says the word Palestine. The second is in Arabic, it says Palestine. And then in Hebrew, it says Palestina. And then in parentheses, there's the letters Yud and Aleph. A lot of people don't even know this. Do you know what the Yud and Aleph stand for?
No, actually no.
It's, Aleph Yud. Eretz Israel. This coin's from 1927. This one is from 1946, before the creation of the State of Israel. A lot of people like to make a claim that Jews came here and stole the land in 1948. They don't know that Jewish people have always lived here in this land. Always. There's never a time, even when the numbers dwindled very small, that they didn't exist here in the land. And so I think that's one of those things. I've been thinking a lot about these things the last couple of days. It's like, one, what a privilege it is to be from here and to have a connection to this place, and to really have a connection. We talked about it yesterday, where you're in a country where I've never felt a place where you feel like family with everybody. Like literally, the guy who's walking behind us right now, I feel like we could start a conversation with him right now, and he would be like our uncle in 3 seconds. It wouldn't.
But this is why you say everyone is brothers in Israel.
Everyone.
Like, you literally say it, like, Kol Israel Achim.
Okay. And it's not just, and Jews are not the only thing there, yeah? I'm talking about the Jewish people between us and the Muslim people between us and the Christians. Like, you should see in the apartment that I'm renting right now, the contractor is Arab Muslim from Jerusalem. And like, from the first conversation, it's been like, I love you, brother, and you're my brother, and I'll take care of you. It's like instantly. And there's this thing that bonds us together being from here. And it's something that's really hard to explain to the outside world. Like, I don't really know how to put it into words 100%, that's feeling.
We don't have another place. No matter where we are in the world, in the end, this is our country.
100%. And even though there's a lot of comments on this video that will probably be like, you guys should go back home or free Palestine. I mean, I'm pretty happy here. It's pretty damn free for us and for a lot of people.
Israel. You have everything here.
So being an Israeli, it's a feeling. I don't really know how you can put it into words. It's something very, very special.
You need to live here and everyone welcome to join. You know, it's funny, but it's funny that I say it like this, but if you live here enough time, you will feel it. Yeah. You will feel Israeli, what it is, and you will become Israeli really, really easily.
I have a lot of friends here too that are not Jewish, that they moved here from different countries. I know a girl here who's Chinese. She's Chinese Japanese.
Can you hold it? What? I work for you.
I know a girl who is Chinese Japanese, and she moved here a few years ago without knowing how to speak Hebrew, and she became Israelicized in like a minute, you know. And she really adopted a culture of what it's like to be from here. And so, in this topic of what it's like to be an Israeli, it's kind of a, I don't know. It's something that you can't really explain into words. It's more of a feeling.
You just need to come here
and experience it yourself.
Yeah. You cannot understand it outside. I don't think from video you really can understand what is it until you're not coming here.
I even think that if you come here on a trip, like for 10 days, because it's expensive. I don't know if you can afford more than 10 days. It's a fucking expensive country. Even if you come here for longer than that, I'm not really sure that there's a good way for you to feel this place. You have to know people here to really get involved in the place.
But this is easy. Enough that you sit in the beach and start to talk with people, everyone probably will be nice to you and invite you to eat together and drink and have fun and whatever.
So overall, I don't know how to sum up the feeling of what it's like to be.
It's to be the best thing to be in the world. It's Israeli.
Did I mention we have a big ego as well?
Who? Us? No.
That is very true, though.
We're proud of us.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing. National pride is a good thing. I got in a conversation yesterday with a Palestinian friend of mine who was telling me that nationalism is the worst thing that comes out of Israel. And the fact that we're so proud of our nation is a horrible thing. And I tried to explain to her, I was like, man, you tell me that when I'm sitting with my Palestinian friends and eating knafe. You tell me that when I'm going to Arab shopkeepers or Jewish shopkeepers or Ethiopian restaurants. Like, I don't want to say goodbye to those people. I don't want to segregate our lives. I want us to live together the way that we are now. Obviously, I want more peace, but I don't want those people to leave my life. I want those people to be a part of my life. And that, I think, is the core magic of what this place is from. It's crazy and it's chaotic, and when you go to the outside world, things don't translate from here at all.
Nothing.
The aggressiveness and the hustle to be alive here, and the always keeping an eye out, and the fact that a lot of people just want you dead for no reason, just because of where you're from, those things don't translate in the outside world. That's why maybe Israelis are not the most functional people outside of Israel. But in a lot of ways, they do succeed. So it's interesting, but I don't really know a good way to sum it up.
Just to come and visit.
Come take a look. You will like.
I like you.
I do have to say also, there's a magic to being here without any tourists at the moment. It's kind of like being here during the pandemic. There's something special about going to all these places. Yesterday we were on a rooftop in Jerusalem with no people at all. It was amazing. So there is a magic behind that.
We walked so much yesterday.
Yeah, 20,000 steps. Anyways, guys, subscribe to this boy's YouTube channel. He's got a great channel all about food. And please keep supporting here. We'll see you in the next one. I love you long time. Goodbye, lads.